New Balance A80 V11, first impressions. What's up guys, welcome to 27 Lanes. In this video, I'm going to give you my first impression on the New Balance A80 V11. So I'm just going to come out and say it. I really feel like I'm cheating on Nike. I'll give you a quick story. I have trained in Nike shoes for the past 5 years. I have usually used everything within Nike, all kind of variations for Nike shoes, but I have never really stepped out of the brand. Now in 2021, I sort of had a little bit of FOMO, honestly, and I kind of wonder what else is out there. And also because usually the Nike Pegasus, the new ones don't come out all the way to the end of September, and I really need a new pair of running shoes. So I asked around, I put a poll on Instagram, I kind of combine a little bit of my research with people's opinion and recommendations with what I already know works for me. And I think I found the one. So I'm going to go for a run. When I get back, I'll give you guys all the spills and all the details. And we're back. So as I mentioned earlier, I've only ran on Nike, so Nike shoes are really my only point of reference. However, I will try to keep it as neutral as possible, not trying to favor one or the other, but just honestly give my unbiased opinion. I ran 2 times, so basically I did 2 back-to-back runs for a total of 10 miles. This is it, this is the review. So the women's size 8 weighs about 8 ounces. The shoe costs $130. And approximately there's a 9 to 10 millimeter heel to toe drop. So that's kind of like the general specs. So starting from the bottom up, I do like that this shoe in particular has an additional rubber here at the bottom. So you see it has fresh, all of this is fresh foam all the way through the shoe, but it also has this additional rubber here, whether you're a heel striker or personally like me, I land midsole, you have an additional rubber. I like the fact that it makes the landing more comfortable, even though the shoe doesn't necessarily have a lot of foam. For example, like the New Balance 1080, this one makes the landing definitely more comfortable, but it also makes the shoe more durable. So normally shoes will last you about 400 miles. I want to go as far as saying that I think the shoe might last you 500 miles. Just because of the fact of this rubber. You would actually make it more durable, you get more miles for your money. And the selling point is definitely for me, the top part. So something that I love about this shoe, and it was really the selling point for me, is that the shoe has definitely extra stability here on the ankles. It has this plastic here for support, and it also has, serious stability and support in the back of the ankle. For me, the ankles have always been sort of like my weak spot. So I really need something that helps my feet stay stable on every stride. And then this shoe definitely does that. It comes all the way from here and it travels from the ankles all the way up to the Achilles. Just to give you an example, I used to use the Pegasus. These were my neutral shoes. Within the shoe, I've always had to use an insole. This is the insole. Simply because if you notice, the insole provides that extra support in the back. I don't think I need to do it with this shoe. I really feel stable and safe and secure the entire time. So who knows, I might not have to do it, which is definitely a plus for me. Now on the upper, the shoe has this double jacquard mesh. Surprisingly, it was actually very breathable. However, I am not 100% sure, simply because during the summertime, I live in Miami, it's very humid. I noticed after doing so many miles, especially on the long runs, my feet tend to get very hot. And I noticed that with the Nikes, the mesh is definitely thinner. So I'm just gonna put a pin on it. However, as of today, it was very nice, very breathable. It was just very comfortable. So that's the upper side. And lastly, my only concern when about this shoe was the tongue. And that is because from the previous generations of Nikes, their tongue has been very minimalist, very thin compared to the one on this shoe. There is a lot of cushioning in this tongue. Now, surprisingly enough, when I ran, it almost melts in your feet. I honestly just forgot about it. I didn't even notice it, so that's a very good thing. I'm very happy about that. But then again, I kind of go back to the same summertime concept, which we're just gonna put a pin on it. On a side note, I'm a size 7. Usually on Nikes, I'm a 7.5. For some reason on this shoe, I'm a size 8. If you're a new runner, just general rule of thumb, you are supposed to have a finger in between the end of your toe and the end of the shoe, just to have enough space. I passed the finger test on a size 8, so keep that in mind in case that you happen to purchase a shoe. In case that you were to order it online, you don't have a chance to try it on, you might have to go a size bigger. So overall, I do like this shoe. I think it was a great purchase. If I were to describe this shoe in one word, I think the word will be safe. I think it's a safe choice. When I went to the running store, I almost purchased the New Balance 1080 because that's what a lot of people recommended. Personally, I noticed that it has too much foam here at the bottom. It's just too foamy, too comfortable, too soft for me, for what I know I need. But keep that in mind in case that you're not interested in the shoe. Maybe the 1080, it's a good option because a lot of people recommend it. So just to put it out there as well. All right guys, so that was my first impression on the New Balance 880 V11. I definitely like the shoe, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you guys don't miss a video. And I see you guys on the next video.